Hi guys. Um, I'm also really proud of myself because last night was the second night, I believe, in a row that I know it was before 10. That's all I can remember. But I used my light, the red part of the light, was reading my book. And it was so cool because the book was like, we're going to get to some technical stuff now. And I'm like, oh, thank goodness, because it just helped me send over the edge. I also did take magnesium last night. I don't know if that makes a difference or not, but I did that and I think I slept through the night. And I think what happens, one of the things that happens, is I, I mean, I don't do this purposely, but this is what happens. I deny myself rest and relaxation, but rest and sleep and stuff for so long that when I finally get some, because I'm absolutely like, got physical things going on, emotional things, like everything, perfect storm, literally storming. So I collapse. So then you might think, oh, so you felt great the next day. No, because it's like my body's like, this is what we've needed. And it's like, I think what happens is the cortisol stops or, lessens. So then you feel the fatigue because you're not running on the adrenaline anymore, right? It's like if you quit caffeine, your body momentarily freaks out because it's like you feel how tired you actually are as opposed to artificially keeping yourself awake. So I think that's one of the things. However, tonight's going to be, I'm committing to it, night 3 of reading by light, from like, oh, yeah, I was going to say from like 8:30 on. So here's another wake up call for me. Ironically, wake up call because it was exhausting. But so last night, yeah, I got hit again, almost fainted. I literally had to lay down after doing the bedtime routine with my daughter, barely could do that. I had to lay down before I could like brush my teeth. Like I just was like, I need to. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I should. It's like I'm exhausted. But so after laying down, I actually did end up attending this webinar thing because I knew it would be good. Like it'd be, I can't think of the word, beneficial. So between those two things, but the bottom line is I had to lay down for like an hour before I had enough energy to go brush my teeth, you know? Um, so, part of me didn't want to share this. And then it was like, well, that's not fair to me because I'm not doing anything like wrong. I'm learning. But I need to validate where my body's at, you know? Um, because the facts are like Sunday, as really awful as it was, I still had to take care of my daughter that night and make dinner and everything. And, it was like, it's just reminding me. It's like when you have a baby and they say you nap when the baby naps. That's kind of what it's like being a single mom. It's like, I need to realize that there is no one to delegate anything to. And I also want to be present, So that leaves me delegating stuff to myself, which means then I need to shore myself up, you know? And I am proud of myself because what came to me this morning, I did like 3 or 4 meditations this morning, I think. Because you have to understand, everything in my body and like my nervous system and everything was like, don't get up this morning. But I was like, no, I need to. I need to be there for my daughter, So yeah, if it was like I could have slept till like 10, I would have been fine, but I couldn't. But anyway, what came to me is there are no problems, only opportunities. So that felt really good. Like, felt good. Didn't feel judgmental or like, I don't know, gaslighty. It felt like I felt a sensation difference. So that's one thing. Another thing I'm still working on is, and I did it actively today to fight everything, is I just kept saying, I am safe, all is well. And I pictured like a typewriter, and every time a thought came in, I'm like, nah, I am safe, all is well. Also, I had a dream last night that I got in an accident, and it was because I was ignoring how exhausted I was, and I wasn't having boundaries, you know? And so it's like, okay, like, I get it, universe. You're warning me. So, you know, I know I did the best I possibly could today, and I'm just reminding myself this stuff is cumulative, and so, like, now, after doing meditations for hours, you know, I feel tired, which just shows where I'm coming from. But I know I don't at the moment feel, I mean, I'm able to talk. I wouldn't really have been able to talk a couple hours ago. That's how just depleted I am. But I also need to remind myself, don't think of it then as, oh, see, I'm all better now, so I can just stay up for 7 hours. Like, no. But that being said, I'm really, really grateful. And I did the responsible thing, honestly, because now I have a better chance of being able to be there for my daughter, not just physically, but emotionally, because, you know, so this could be a new start. And I'm gonna do the book thing tonight, you know, so that'll be good. I won't be staying up till 11, or at least if I am, it's because I'm reading a book. It's not because I have, you know, I'm on something online or something that's artificially keeping me awake, you know. So that's where I am today. Ironically, I know a lot of progress was made today, because just the fact that I did this, it's like I'm starting to, yes, I need to listen to my body a lot sooner, but at least I'm starting to listen to my body. And even, like I said, it's a beautiful day, but it was like, yeah, but you can't enjoy it right now. You're so exhausted. So get some rest, or at least attempt to, so that if tomorrow is a beautiful day, you know, you can enjoy it. Because that's what I'm all about, is optimizing my life to maximize my joy. Not just getting through every single day, meaning literally surviving, you know. So, anyway, I hope on some level this helps. I did do my puzzle this morning too, like to do the focus practice and stuff. And I did figure out, you know, dinner for tonight, I think. But, and yes, I'm reading a book about the mind. But I think that's a good thing, because it's showing me that I can choose my thoughts. And I kind of did become the boss today of the thoughts were telling me, you don't deserve to lay down, or like, what's wrong with you, you know, you're weak and all this stuff. And the fact is, I didn't let it make me get up and keep going until I did get hurt, you know, did fall down the stairs. Because who would I have to blame if I fell down the stairs? And a big thing on Sunday too was when I was literally about to faint, and I had to like really slowly go down the stairs. the way I was able to do that, because I knew I was going to faint if I did not do that. Like I was holding on to the handrail. I said, if you try to pretend right now and you do faint and they call an ambulance, you're going to have to pay for the ambulance. You know what I mean? Like you're going to have to deal with it. So just look weird and go slow and sit down. Yeah, it got that, like, because I was like, I mean, the fact was I felt incredibly trapped because I'm like, I'm here. In order to get home, I've got to drive us home. I am not safe to drive at all right now. Okay, that means we're here then. But I also don't want to, have anybody be alarmed and call like an ambulance because, like I said, then I'd have to pay for it and I'd have to deal with, So I really did do the best I possibly could under those circumstances. But yes, it took a massive toll out of me, especially since it wasn't like then I got to relax. It was like, still got to take care of her for the rest of the night and be there for her and everything, which I did. But it makes sense why I'm just absolutely flattened now, especially with like physical stuff going on. So, but anyway, that being said, I'm going to tell myself the facts are it's 3:30, so chronologically, maybe 4 more hours. I'm not going to make any decisions tonight unless I literally need to, because I won't make good decisions tonight because I'm so tired. And I'm going to do the thing with the book, even if I feel, because part of my fear about resting during the day is, well, what if I can't then sleep at night? And it's like, you know what, though? You're not able to walk, so you got to risk it. So we'll see what happens tonight, but I am going to at least, read as the thing, which I know is kind of boring to the mind, so hopefully that will allow me to sleep. And I will take magnesium, I guess, and just set myself up for success. So anyway, love you guys. Have a good day.